never stand in the middle of two men peeing. All men know this. We've undertaken an oath while using urinals. Always leave a gap. It's been instilled in us since before we could talk, with sayings like, mind the gap, and the brand, Gap. I'm not gonna lie, I thought we were all on the same page with this shit until my math teacher walked right next to me and started pissing. I think he was laughing like the Joker, but I couldn't hear him because of how much I was crying from betrayal. He taught me the quadratic formula and probably looked right down at me like that. I can't look him in the eyes no more after that disrespect. But that awful situation made me aware of a dilemma. Some people do not care about the gap and plant themselves right between two peers. I call them middlemen. I'm sure some of you have experienced peakers, and I know you felt pathetic and weak. These heinous middlemen have no regard for human life or dignity. They're the worst of the worst. People who exist only to torment us regular people. Rumor has it that Jack the Ripper himself was a middleman. So, I was wondering, what can be done to these individuals? Incarceration? Fed a job of the hut? Capital punishment? I'm afraid we can't do anything about them. Middlemen hide in plain sight, and when they strike, it's already too late. Your glizzy was on full display. There's no beating middlemen in your average public bathroom, so instead, we have to address the construction of the urinal. I'm a urinal prodigy. I've been hitting shots since before I was even tall enough to pee in the urinal, so I'm qualified to have designed some urinal prototypes to help solve this dilemma. No more fools taking a peek. But before that, let's go through some existing urinals and point out the flaws in the design and how they're societal failures. Now, if you're worried about one man next to you, imagine 6! I don't think there's anything more sus than peeing in this. This isn't even peeking anymore. You're gonna be analyzed and inspected. You won't catch me dead using this medieval contraption. This whole concept just reminds me of that weird ass movie Sausage Party, cause that's what it's gonna be out there. Glizzy gathering. Whoever invented this should be in there with the Suicide Squad. How could you build this and then look at yourself in the mirror the next day? I feel like if you ever try using this, John Quilionis is gonna walk out and say, "What the fuck? Boy, you sus as hell." Every version of this needs to be nuked to prevent middlemen gathering around them. These urinals are probably like a bat signal for them. Looking in the sky in this situation won't even help you.
You're exposed.
You might as well walk in public naked at that point since you want to show yourself to the world so bad. So, what about the hole in the ground? Now come on, do I look like I was born in the 2nd century? With this design, there's more height from you to the target, so you're gonna splash back and you have your shoes drenched in your own pee. And imagine you're having a bad shooting day. Your shoes are also getting peed on. You're getting pissed squared. And I'm not walking around with no pee feet. And where does this hole even lead to? I think this will just run off into the streets like medieval times. It's too archaic to even consider having plumbing. And by the way, these are normally lined up next to each other, so this isn't even much better than the dog bowl. And porta potties? My pants will be dripping in urine before I use one of these again. You ever seen those videos of porta potties being tipped? I personally am alright with my silky smooth skin and my elegant hair. I'm not stepping near one of these, because knowing my luck, someone's gonna be feeling funny one day and cover me in dookie. And that blue concoction down there seems like a witch doctor's potion, and I'd prefer to stay far away from the Ebola, cholera, salmonella type diseases brewing down there. And maybe porta potties aren't urinals, but I gotta mention them because I hate them. Apart from pee all over the floor, urinals with no dividers are classics. But for me, if there aren't dividers, I ain't going. Even if no one's next to you, the whole aisle has a 4K view of your business. It's a peeker's paradise. But unlike porta potties, if it's urgent, I'll consider it. And if my friend's next to me, bam, duo piss. But if it's not a defusing the bomb situation, I'm waiting till I get home. Dividers are the far better option for comfort and peace of mind. Urinals with dividers would be perfect if proper bathroom etiquette was respected. But as we know, it's not. Especially if only one person is tall enough to peek. You can't even hit them with the reversal. Instead, my personal solutions have been researched for 300 years by Albert Einstein himself. I call number 1, the space pod. It's a dome in the shape of an escape pod. You enter it and the door closes right behind you. This way, you're completely safe from peekers. It's like a domain expansion, but your domain smells like piss. And you might be thinking, well, isn't this just a urinal with a door? This pod will have built-in sensors in the floor, and if it senses even one drop of pee, you're being blasted into the stratosphere. I'm doing society a favor, keeping our floors clean and us shielded from middlemen. And please subscribe so together we can get rid of floor peers for good. The second solution I've drawn up, it already exists, and is a non-traumatizing form of this. The modernized version, which won't give you night terrors. The circular shape prevents any glances down and makes you feel secure. The issue with the design is the accidental eye contact you may make. Your stream could be flowing, but then you're looking a dude right in the eyes. And that's low-key sus. You might try to avoid it, but sometimes the dark side calls to you. Like you ever try saving your money, but then the frosted flake catches your attention and now you're broke? That's exactly how it is with eye contact at these urinals. You might try your best to avoid it, but either way, you're going to look at a dude's eyes. It's a risky prototype where you have to be strong-willed and aware of your surroundings. Maybe it's a bit boring, but do you think people are always excited about revolutionary designs that change mankind forever? I don't think anyone was hyped for normal toilets dropping, but now we have Skivity. Now we have Skivity. The third solution I've created is an automated raising barrier to prevent any lookovers. People might think this is expensive, but it's a price worth paying to ensure the safety for all fellas. This will make the bathroom feel like a safe haven for the short and tall alike, and everyone can enjoy themselves. And with the help of the Apple Vision Pro, we'll add an eye sensor which if it detects any eyes trying to peek, you'll get sprayed with whatever's in the pipes. No one likes a peeker or a middleman. So hopefully, my prototypes will help optimize our urinal experiences. I hope you enjoyed this unique video, and please leave your unfortunate urinal experience in the comments. Anyways, thanks for watching, and bye.